With everything going on in the world, people need to be uplifted. They need something that promotes character, creativity, confidence, and joy. The GRN show is not just an average talk show. The topics are powerful and will make you think. Join me on this journey to be informed, to relate, to connect, and to evolve. Good evening and welcome. My name is Gatel Ruiz Nicholas, and I will be your host for the GRN show. People feed others as a symbol of compassion, as a symbol of caring. And for many family members and friends, it certainly symbolizes love. You know, when you think of a mother nurturing a child, it starts at infancy when she breastfeeds that child, sometimes an hour or a couple of hours right after birth. So food nourishing our children is really one of the ways to express our love for them because we want them to grow healthy, we want them to be strong, and in many cases, we want to bring joy to them. So the story today is one of hope, it's one of inspiration, and one of selflessness. We have a very special guest with us this evening. Miss Doramise Moreau is a volunteer for Notre Dame d'Haïti, and during the pandemic, she fed thousands of people in Little Haiti. She fed the old, she fed the young. It really did not matter as long as they needed a decent meal. Every Saturday, over 1,000 meals were distributed to those in need in Little Haiti. So it is such a pleasure for me to introduce our guest. Good evening, Doramise, and welcome to the GRN show.
Good evening, ma'am. Welcome. My name is Doramise Moreau. I'm a volunteer at Notre Dame d'Haïti Catholic Church, and I'm working for Lindsay Hopkins. I have a part-time there. When I finish my part-time 6 to 11, and I come down to the church. So how are you today?
That is awesome. That is awesome. I was just learning a little bit about you. You have, how many children do you have of your own?
If I have what?
How many children of your own do you?
Oh, I have four children and 3 grandchildren. One boy and 2 girls.
So that means you're pretty busy between your work and the children and grandchildren. That is heavy load, Doramise.
Yes.
How long have you been in Miami, and how long have you been volunteering for Notre Dame d'Haïti?
I'm being in Miami April 1st, 1980. I've been here so long, right?
That's wow.
So all that time, I've been volunteering in Notre Dame. Not the same. I work, and when I'm off, I was volunteer. But now, when my dear first job is layoff, I get a layoff there, and I find part-time Lindsay Hopkins, and I stay in Notre Dame, and that's my church.
That is awesome. That is awesome. You know, to cook over 1,000 meals in one day, Doramise.
Well, once you know what you're doing, and you know what you buy, and you do it with your heart, it's not gonna take you long to do it, and you're happy to do it. I love to cook. I love to give. And it's not only here I doing that. I do that in my country too.
Tell us a little bit how you used to handle that in Haiti. What made you give to others, and when did you start?
when I was like 12, 13, but my father always give. My mom, she give, but not the same as my father. When they whoop me for what I'm doing, but
They whoop you.
yeah, because I still they things and give it to somebody else. And my uncle catch me and they went and tell my mom. My father don't really care. But my mom, yeah, she said, if I don't give you something, you don't give it to nobody. And I run away. When I run and I tell her, well, you could beat me, I still gonna do it. So when I finished, when I left over there, I come here, it's still I send money over there for my mom to give to the people over there.
Wow.
So when I turn like 20, 25, I buy food, I buy clothes, I buy shoes, and I send it in a box and share it with the people over there. It's still now I do the same.
That is, so there is something in you,
Mm-hmm.
really part of you to give.
Yes, I love to do that.
So you love to give. Tell me, what is the gratification? What do you get out of giving? You, aside from volunteering and cooking,
Well,
also send money and food to Haiti.
Yep. When I have a chance, when I hit the road, I make my time, what time I'm gonna do cooking, what time I'm gonna clean up, what time. I got a time for everything.
So you manage your time.
Yes.
So give me an example. What is the cycle? Obviously, from what I understand, at one point you didn't even have a car, but you still would take the jitney and find a way to shop. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when I don't have car, I catch my bus, and I don't regret to do it. Or I go to father, I say, Father, I need to use your truck. The truck is not that good, but I drive a little bit, I go shopping, get what I need and pack it back. And then just one day, father sent me to Liberty City, we're in 7th Avenue.
Mhm.
And then when I go there, one meeting, they're gonna give you a gift, but I don't think that's the car they're gonna give me. So the next, like, we do it on Monday and we coming back like next week, Wednesday. So when I get there, but they have one lady who already passed that test. She says some people are gonna cry, some people are gonna excited, but I don't know. You know, I find them talking, I don't say nothing because I'm only one Haitian was there. All the rest is Spanish, one American, I think 2 American, the rest is Spanish. You know, I just stay quiet, but I listen what they say. So when the lady come and talk to us, tell us how much the car gonna cost, I say, a car? Wow. Okay. She say, now she, you know, inside they have plenty camera. They don't let us go outside.
Right.
Because they set up outside for us.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm the last person to get interview inside. But Keon was there, Commissioner Keon, he was there. So when I say I was volunteer when he was, you know, for the voting, and he turned around looking at me, but they have a lady who worked for him. She said, yeah, I know you. I said, yeah, probably he forgot me, but I work for him. So when they call me, the first person they call outside is me. So when I walk out to the door, I say, why all those camera there? But I don't see the car. They have like 6 cars they give away that day. But I say, why all those people here in my heart? And she said, well, today is beautiful day for you. This car belong to you. I said, the car belong to me. How it gonna belong to me? And then Keon coming with the key like this. This is for you. Go stop the car.
My goodness.
I said, for me? He said, here, get it. He stopped the car and they give me the car. Well, I say thanks to God, because when you help one way and the other way, somebody else help you.
That is exactly what I was gonna say. You did this with your heart. Probably not expect anything, but guess what? Somebody up there says, you know what? I don't want her taking the bus, go food. I don't want her in the sun, in the rain, in the cold. So that was a gift that came to you. I think that is amazing. So
yeah.
Let me ask you a question, and this is pretty much, people complain a lot.
Why?
People who are fortunate, they complain about everything. But here you are, a part-time job, at one point, no car. You would spend your Friday night, all night cooking, and then go distribute on Saturday. What do you tell someone who has almost everything that complain? What are the lessons you've learned that you could possibly just share with people who complain when obviously they're more fortunate than they know?
Sometimes when the people don't know, they complain about it. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me. I cannot go to you. I'm that kind of person. I stay suffer. I'm not gonna ask. If anybody asks me, I'm gonna find a way to give it to you. But for me, I don't have that kind of luck. If I go to you, I tell you, okay, I don't have money. Can I borrow $20 from you? You know what the answer for me is? No. So I stay with that without talk. But now, once I cooking for all those old people, sometimes you see the young people come. Sometimes, if I told you I cry, you don't believe it.
I believe you.
The reason why, you see like a car coming, and when they come in, they ask you, sometimes they ask you in Spanish, but I understand a little bit. They want something for the children.
They have no food for the kids.
And when when the pandemic just start, everybody inside, I say, oh my God, why? And the girl coming to me, she say, you don't speak Spanish? I say, no. And she start telling me in English, but the English, when you deal with the parents who don't speak English, and they speak more Spanish, but you understand.
What did she tell you? What did she tell you?
She tell me she need a food because the parents don't have food.
Oh.
So, and you know what? I make a joke with her. I know I have to give to her. And I tell her, you know what? I don't have nothing inside. She say, you don't have $1 or $2 to give to us. We could buy something. I feel my heart is breakdown.
Yes.
And I tell her, come on, let me give you something. I always have coffee for me and Haitian bread. And I say, you want those? She said, no problem. I'm gonna eat it. Because there was 6 of them, 2 children, 3 adults. So, and they coming in, they don't know where I go with that girl. So they come in by the door and I give them a cup, they get a coffee, they get a bread. I tell them, wait. I go inside, I fill up my truck, whatever I got, I bring it. Oh my God, the father of that child crying. I say, why are you crying for? He said, I went to my brother. They tell me they don't have. I said, okay, call them. Tell them coming over. I got food for them because one guy was send me 2 pallets of, mixed food, dry bean, whatever he got, he sent it to me. And I say, I got something for them too. Bring them here. And he called them. It don't take me like 10 minutes. The front of the church is full of cars. I called Father. I said, Father, you know what? I need a backup. Father said, what's wrong? I said, one guy come and ask for the food, and he said he know more people who need it. So I need somebody to help me give it away. Oh my God. When Father come, he looked at me, with the heart is breaking. And I called 2 friends of mine and we give it away. For the day we start like 10 o'clock. I finish like 3 o'clock.
My goodness.
And the next day I tell them, if you know more people, send them over. Because, for them to come to you and say they hungry, really they hungry. But some people, they don't care about that. But some of them, if you have a heart, when someone say they hungry, it's not a joke, especially the children.
You probably really I want to say you probably represented an earthly angel to them.
Yeah,
Family coming with
yeah,
food, and you don't know how long they had not eaten, and obviously it was very emotional for the father. You
yeah.
probably did something not only they did not
Hmm.
expect it, but probably they were very desperate. So again, you might have been an earthly angel. So you do all of this, Doranis.
Hmm.
How do you take care of yourself? And
Mighty.
where do you get the energy?
The answer, oh, you know what is the answer? It's only God could answer that.
Only
Everybody,
God can answer
only
that.
God. That's true. It's only God. My children ask me, Mommy, you don't know how to say it? What's wrong with you? Where you get that energy from? I say, let me tell you something. When you do something, you tell God, please help me to do it. You don't know when you do it. When you finish, you don't know. When you start, you don't know.
Mhm.
Just working, make it happen, and that's it. You know, and a lot of people know me, and I ask me for their name. I don't know. They know me.
Because you're always giving.
Giving, giving. And I'm gonna look for somebody who spends a sponsor who could do something, not for 1 month, like put it together. They could feed those people. The people need things. They don't know. You know, when you don't know somebody who need it, that's hard.
Mhm.
Sometimes they pass by, whatever you have, I give it to them. Whatever I have. Father say you always find something to give to her. I don't know where you get it from, but you always find something. Always.
The story in the Bible with this woman who had just this little bit of oil and or
Share
it
it.
finished. That's what this reminds me. You don't know what you have, but you keep finding to give.
Yes, to give.
It's
Yes, yes,
amazing,
yes, yes,
Dulamis. That is,
yes.
which brings me to my last question to you. I am sure some people listening to this probably are touched,
Yeah.
as I am, because I think it's very sad when you have people starving in such a huge country. You know, here in the United States, you have people suffering, and of course, with the pandemic, it
Hi.
has gotten worse, Duramis. How can someone help? If they say, okay, I want to really help Duramis or Notre Dame d'Haïti really continue to feed the people, how can they help Duramis?
They could do it on Zelle and send it to my phone or to Notre Dame, the Haiti Catholic Church, and it's 123. We get it.
All right, so for those of you watching the program, I'm gonna ask Doramis to give us the Zelle information where you could send your contribution. Can you please tell us, is it via your telephone? And if
Yes,
so, what's your phone number, Doramis?
that's the phone number. You could use the
And what
phone
is your
number.
phone number, please?
The phone number is 786-985-9029. 786-985-9029.
Awesome. Well, just like you keep getting food and you
Yes,
don't food is coming, I
yes.
am hoping that the donation keeps coming because you are doing wonderful work.
Thank you.
We're so thankful to you for really giving so much of yourself, despite the fact, you do have a family, you only have a part-time job, but you find a way to give to others. So you certainly
Yes. You,
inspiration. Thank
yes.
you.
When you eat with everybody, your refrigerator always find food. But when you eat by yourself, you never get it back. God always give me. Thank you so much to meet you. I wish you good luck and we
Thank
talk
you.
again. Bye.
Thank you, and keep up the great work. Really
Okay.
inspire you. Have a
All
good
right.
evening, Doramis.
Same to you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Oh, I thought you were on my team.
Good evening, Dorothy, and happy Saturday. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you, Gital?
Doing well. I don't know if you are familiar with the story of Doramise Moreau. She's a volunteer at Notre Dame d'Haïti. I just interviewed her, and what an amazing human being she is. Are you familiar with her story?
Actually, it's interesting. I was reading a wonderful, wonderful article about her in the Washington Post and how she feeds over 1,000 people a week. She is such a blessing.
She really is. She really very interesting interview with her and quite touching. But anyhow, what do you have for us this evening?
Well, interestingly, what I have today is a topic right in line: giving back and discovering your purpose. Giving back can be so rewarding, gratifying, and enriching in so many ways, not only to you, but also others. Whether it's your time you give, items, or even your skills in showing and teaching others through volunteering and community service. People who volunteer tends to have a sense of purpose and, believe it or not, live a happier life. Well, here are some great reasons why giving back can help not only you, but others, and possibly discover your purpose. So the first one I'd like to talk about is making an impact. Being able to help others or even yourself through volunteering or service can change a person's life, whether it's a meal, an item, or showing and teaching is a great way. Knowing that you helped someone and giving a hand can really warm a heart, realizing they're not alone out there. It grows and strengthens your perspective. When working and learning from others, it helps you to grow and gain a better perspective, understanding possibly through their lens or situation. That's what makes learning every day more and more interesting. And finally, discovering new opportunities. Through community service or volunteering, many interesting opportunities can be born from that experience, whether it's a job, making new friends, or great creative ideas with others in your community. If you're interested in volunteering and giving back, check with your local civic or community center, or even your churches and also schools. So these are my tips for giving back and discovering your purpose.
Awesome. Thank you. Love it, love it, love it. Once again, I appreciate you. I appreciate all that you do with those tips, and have a wonderful Saturday night. Until next time, Dorothy.
Until next time, Gital.
And to our viewers, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, I never do this, but I have to tell you about this great channel that I found, Aries Vision Television. It's on Roku. It's a Haitian American channel, and I love it. They have such great stuff. Movies, TV shows, children's shows, really anything you can imagine. So, I've really been binging for hours. If you are looking for something great to watch or know anybody else who's looking for something great to watch, let them know about this channel, Aries Vision Television.
Mary Ann Rodmacher is a writer and artist, and she notes in one of her quotes is, as we work to create light for others, we naturally light our own way. Our guest this evening is a perfect example of that. A part-time worker with just enough for her and her family decides to dedicate her Friday nights for cooking and really feed thousands. She does not expect anything in return. However, the universe is really able to take care of her needs, as she said. And as Dorothy mentioned, we find joy and meaning in our life by volunteering. And I am hoping perhaps those of her words, as well as Dorami's story, will inspire you to really be the light in someone else's life. So once again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And until next time, have a wonderful Saturday night. Good night.